Hey Kiddo! Gamerheads podcast presents a new podcast series called Hey Kiddo, Tenno Tales, and Void Whispers. And we are excited to have our first episode with you. I have Zeb and Jake here with me, and I am Trina, your host. We are going to talk through a bunch of different things today, but mainly our experience as new Warframe players. So, Zeb, if you want to introduce yourself first.
Oh, putting me on the spot. So I'm Zeb. I write for Gamerheads and do reviews and previews, and I guess I'm dipping my toes into some video making lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me and what you can look for on the website from me.
Perfect. And Jake, want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Jake. I also write and use for Gamerheads podcast. Well, I'm on the Gamerheads podcast.
Podcast.
Podcastception.
Yes. Awesome. Well, welcome both of you. And of course, I'm Trina, your host. I also write for Gamerheads, and I am the news coordinator over there as well. We are starting this new Warframe series because we've been playing a lot of Warframe and enjoying it, and we just want to talk more about it with you guys, especially because Gamerheads is more focused towards the indie games, and while Warframe is kind of considered indie yet, they're pretty big, and they've been around for 13 years, and so we're doing this little offshoot of a podcast so that we can talk more about Warframe and everything that we've been enjoying with it. And with that as well, we are also going to TennoCon next week in Canada. So we'll have lots of information and lots of fun things to talk about later with that in a different episode. So let's get to kind of the meat and potatoes of why we're here today, talking about our experience as a new Warframe player or a returning Warframe player. I know both of you played many, many years ago, but now it's a totally different experience. So, does anyone want to start us off?
I can.
Okay, go for it, Jake.
Yeah, so I actually live in London, Ontario, where Digital Extremes is. I went to school there and stuff like that. And so when I was in school, I started hearing about Digital Extremes, and then I started hearing about Warframe and stuff like that. So I started playing pretty much when it started, way back like 13 years ago. So I had a fair bit of hours into that game, and it was affecting my work for school and stuff, so I had to make a few changes and stuff like that, but I really enjoyed that game when it first came out, and I kind of went to the back of my gaming list for a really long time, and then I think like when we went to PAX and we got to see some of the Warframe stuff, we kind of all got really excited about Warframe while we were there, and came back to it. So yeah, it's been interesting kind of coming back to Warframe after so long, because there's so many changes now, and it just feels like there's just so much to do. So yeah.
And you have like a little personal connection with Digital Extremes as well, right?
A little bit, yeah. So, yeah, I used to work at Starbucks, and Jeff from the development team and stuff used to come in, get coffee, used to chat with him about Warframe and stuff. So I used to watch I remember watching like Dev Stream 1, I think, when it first came out. So, yeah. Been a crazy thing to kind of do this after so many years and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Awesome. Zeb, what about you?
So I started playing Warframe, about, I think it was 2016, pretty sure, and I put about 40 hours in it, just kind of running around, following the star chart, like, well, I don't know what to do. And everything. And then, yeah, same as Jake. Then I kind of just took a break from it. Other games took its priority, and then went to PAX, and I was like, dang, this game has changed way more than like I thought it could. And went back in, and it turns out it's so much better at like telling you where to go, how to do this stuff, and the story is just top tier. So it's been really fun and enjoyable experience, especially playing it with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too, like, having you guys has helped me want to play more too. Like, I started to play it a little bit as a brand new player right before PAX East, just to get my feet wet. And I knew, like, we were going to the panel, and I wanted to have a little bit of Warframe gameplay behind me, so I, like, knew what was actually happening. But, like, I was kind of playing by myself, and it wasn't as fun. And then once you guys started getting back into it more, then I found it a lot more enjoyable, and kind of had someone to bounce ideas and talk about the story with, and grind out those new frames and stuff. So I've been definitely really enjoying the concept and the friendship that you get along with Warframe when you play with other people. I think too, with their like settings where you can have it like global or public and like friends only and all that, like half the time I keep it on the public setting, because the community is so great. Like, they're very helpful, and like, usually, like, if there's something that you can scan, they ping it for you, and they're just really nice. And I'm not like afraid to play with other people, whereas like some other games are like, I go in a public lobby and it's like, I don't know if I want to be in here. I'd rather just play with my friends, I guess. So yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It was kind of fun too, like, because we were kind of all in like, me and Zeb had been playing for so long, but we were all kind of fresh to like story and stuff, so it was kind of fun just like all kind of be same kind of steps in the story. Kind of, we were all unveiling the same thing.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
it was like within a week of each other, we were doing the important chapters.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, you're doing it now. That's sweet.
Yeah.
It made it way more enjoyable for sure.
Yeah.
They do a good job too in the fact that like there are certain kind of milestones that you have to hit for story missions and stuff, but there are parts where it's like, well, you can kind of do that later, or you can do it whenever you want, in a sense. So, like, I know, Zeb, I kept hassling you to do the Jade mission and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you messaged me after, and you're like, why did it take me so long to do
Oh my god. My favorite quest so far.
Yeah.
I think too, like, back, I think you were telling me this, Jake, like, back when you first started playing, there wasn't a whole lot of story to the game yet, right? And so, like, when you came back as a returning player, like, you were really kind of playing as a new player, because it was a lot of new content for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think when I stopped, they had just introduced the dogs. Like, you could have a dog. And like, I do kind of remember they were starting to introduce kind of bigger bosses and stuff like that, but there wasn't really much story to that point. I think it was kind of more like I remember doing a lot of like assassination missions, stuff like that, like those early ones that you get, and you get kind of like the starter frames and whatnot. But like when I got to like New War and stuff like that, I was completely blown. Yeah, where have I been for so long? Like, where was this? You know? So, yeah, it's been really cool, kind of going through the story and stuff like that. So,
yeah, and it's funny because you were just saying before that, like, you had to like reshift your schedule back in the day, like, to accommodate how many hours you were actually putting into the game, and there was no story back then. So
Yeah.
it was so good back then, and now like it's just probably so much better with the story and everything for you. So
Yeah. And you guys know me, like I change my Warframe every week that I and
Like
so
every
like
day. What?
yeah, pretty much. So I was like going for those Warframes back in the day, stuff like that. 'Cause, damn, how do I get like I think it was like Nova or something like that. I was trying to get. Took me so long to get, but I was like, I just wanted all the frames so I could just play them all and stuff like that. So yeah,
yeah. And I think at this point we're all kind of at that point now too, where we've gotten through the story, we're kind of going for those frames, and it is like every day we're changing to a new Warframe because we're crafting the all of the frames right now and just trying to get as many as we can. And I think we haven't even scratched the surface of the potential of the different frames and the modding and all of that at this
Yeah.
point. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, like just like even right now, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna throw these mods in because I know I'm just gonna change my mind like
Yeah.
in a day or two. So I'm excited to kind of come back later on and be and just actually go through a lot of these frames and be like, oh, this is really so. Yeah.
hmm Yeah, and I think we're all starting to get kind of an idea of the modding system. I know back at PAX East, like we were all just lost on mods,
Yeah.
and now we're like, okay, so if I combine this with this, it gives me this kind of effect, or I want to have this kind of thing so my abilities work better, or whatever, like the different combinations that we're doing, but yeah, even at that, like if I'm just trying to level them up, I'm just throwing whatever on and
Yeah.
going for it. So, yeah.
Once I found out that there were like actual like mods for specific frames, is when I was like, oh, this is a game changer. I am going for all these mods.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
You have to gain the rep to get the mod.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you have to
exactly.
figure out how to fit the mod in your build, and you're
Yep.
just like, wait,
Yeah.
it's a
I
whole
just-
puzzle.
Yeah, I just need all the potatoes so I can increase my stuff so I can just throw all of them.
I think it's funny that we've started to kind of become accustomed to the slang that the Warframe community uses, like the potatoes and stuff. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, one additional question in this kind of topic. What do you guys think stopped you from joining the Warframe community sooner? Like playing this game sooner?
Lack of friends to play it.
Okay.
Like, it's just like we were talking about earlier. I got like 40 hours into it, and I'm like, okay, this is fun, but I wasn't into that grind mindset yet of, oh, I want to go farm all this stuff yet. And then like, I mean, it was like same with like other games that I wouldn't have gotten very far in until I met you guys. And I was like, all right, now it's over. Now I'm gonna commit to figuring out how to do this, and get stronger builds. So it's the same as in Warframe. I'm like, I want to do the fun end game stuff with my friends, so I got to figure it out.
Yeah. For sure. I think like the fact that I did kind of dip my toes back into Warframe maybe like a year ago, and I like jumped right into Fortuna like on the open world space, and I was like, I have no idea what to do. And I didn't really have anyone to kind of go and kind of not really hold my hand, but like kind of just be in the same space as me. And so when you guys started playing, well, it was kind of nice because we were all kind of finding stuff, and we were kind of like bouncing off of each other of like, oh, this is what you do with this thing, this is what this thing does, and blah blah blah. So yeah, absolutely, the fact of like being able to play with you guys has been a blessing, because I would probably still be stuck on Fortuna being like, what the hell am I supposed to do next, right? So.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think for me, the reason I didn't play this game sooner is largely just because I have too many games. But also, like, I never not have an interest in this game. A lot of my like favorite streamers that I watch, they stream Destiny. They also stream Warframe. Like the Destiny Warframe community, I just like know like a lot of that kind of intermingles because it's space magic, space game, right? And so like I've seen Warframe before. I've seen it over the years, and while I didn't not want to play Warframe, I think I just have too many games to like dig in and do it without friends. And especially for you, if you're newer to this podcast, like I'm a newer gamer in general too. So I think for me, it was like I'm playing everything else that I didn't get to play when I was younger, because I'm an adult and I can do what I want.
This is
And
true.
so-
We're still very behind on our Halo playing.
I know. I think we got through the first one and
Number
part
one.
of part of Infinite, like we were skipping
Yeah.
around and So, I think like it's really the friendships that we've kind of grown and been able to play with friends. But I think if you're a newer person, don't let that stop you if you don't have friends. Like the community, and there are so many places that you can find Warframe friends. Like they have their Discord, they have their forums. There's tons of different ways that you can actually kind of find your people, right? And play with people. Or you could just set yourself on that public setting, and you're usually going to always find someone. Even if you're like a minute or two into the mission, someone will eventually join you. So yeah, I think it's kind of just a little bit of the too many games and not enough time aspect for me, but
For sure.
They do have a good thing too with like the chat
Yes.
functionality. Like there is kind of like the global chat that's always going. That seems to be unhinged half the time when I look over. But
They do
like,
have the tutorial chat, or not tutorial,
Yeah.
but advice chat too.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
advice chat, yeah. But then also like you can go to like there are open spaces in the game and stuff like that. So they're always chatting. And, well,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 30 seconds or less. Tell me one reason or two why you think someone should play Warframe.
The movement.
Oh,
You
that's a
can
good one.
fly through any map. The game like almost insists on you trying to figure out how to go as fast as possible. Just like my 30 seconds.
I would say space magic. I really like all the abilities that and they're so unique. Every single frame has its own unique kind of traits to it, and it just there's no bad frame to use. Every
Right.
single frame has its own kind of unique trait to it, and you'll see frames that you've never actually seen being used before, and you're like, what the heck is this person doing? Well, they're like killing 1 million enemies at a time, right? So,
Yeah. I know earlier we were just playing, you were like, what are these little robot dog things? We're finding new
Yeah.
things every day.
yeah,
Yup.
exactly. Yeah.
There's so much in the game.
Yeah. I
What about
think
you?
for me, it is probably like if you want to be like the most powerful like character you ever wanted to be, Warframe is that game. Like you can build yourself to be like so overpowered, and the game allows you to and gives you the tough enemies to fight against for your build. And I feel like I haven't really played a game that allows you to do that. Like a lot of games like, oh, it's overpowered, oh, we're gonna nerf it, right? Like Warframe doesn't do that. And if they do nerf something or change something, they're telling you the reasons why. And usually, like, when we were at the panel, like, there was one little thing they were changing. I'm like, that doesn't seem like that bad. And they're telling us why they're doing it. So,
And it
like,
wasn't even like a change. It was like you just have to go, because it was the heavy attacks
Yeah.
slams they were changing, and they said it will just relate to how high up in the air you go. I'm like, well, that just makes sense. Like
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
still just have to go higher, and
Yeah.
you still
Yeah.
get the same damage. It's not a nerf at all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah. Hopefully our reasons convince you to want to play Warframe. And if you're listening to this podcast, it's probably because you like Warframe or you're interested in Warframe, but we will be having some more conversations and trying to convince you to play if you don't already play. So, all right.
Oh, it's free. That should have been what we led with.
Oh, it's free. That was a good
free.
one.
Oh,
Dang
yeah,
it.
yeah.
All story, all expansions, free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we've been getting our friends to play. They're like, have you played Warframe? And we're like, no. And then be like, but it's free. And we got a couple people because of that.
Magic 4-letter word.
Free. Good one. Okay, before we wrap up, I want to know, in this current moment, on episode 1 of this new series, who is your favorite Warframe?
Valkyr.
Oh, okay. That's not who I thought you were going to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Reason?
grown to like her. Oh, she's just I ever since the they redid her stuff and everything, I've really liked how she works now. Like her tether will like connect to a bunch of enemies now and then group them up, and then you just basically one slash and you have like 10
Ooh.
enemies just dead super quick. And I've discovered the secret of the crouch attack, crouch
Oh.
melee slide, because of
Oh,
that
okay.
the damage that we're talking about, I was getting 2 million some hits of that. So it's like, that feels good. That feels real good. So right now, she's my favorite because I don't think I've seen a frame give me that good of a number yet.
Are you using the Prime or just the normal? Oh,
The Prime.
Oh.
Which, if you watch TennoCon, they will
Oh.
be giving you Valkyr Prime as a reward for it. So
Yeah.
Oh,
tune in.
cool.
Twitch drops.
Which
For me, I think I'm still stuck on that Ureli Prime. She's newer, of course, but the Aqua Blades are like my favorite thing ever. Like, just even if I just need resources, like I can just bullet jump throughout the entire map and it's hitting all the chests and all the breakable things and I'm getting tons of resources. But on top of that, you can build into the Aqua Blades and like they are strong. Like I get so many ability kills just because enemies are coming at me and they're just getting hit by these Aqua Blades constantly.
Chopped
so
up.
yeah, all chopped up. Yeah. How about you, Jake?
Oh man. Well, okay, today I am using Boban. I've been really liking him. He's kind of more of like a crowd control type frame. He has a lot of abilities that kind of will bring enemies into one section and kind of just like annihilate them, which is really fun. He also has a passive that does extra damage to enemies that are being kind of sucked up and stuff like that. So
Oh.
that's really cool. So I like to just make a giant black hole of enemies and then just shoot them and just a bunch of numbers go everywhere. It's really fun.
It's kind of like the things the Tennos like to see, right? Numbers everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Big
exactly.
numbers.
Yeah.
Yo.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that concludes our first episode. And just as a reminder, we are going to TennoCon next week. So we're going to be having an episode come out just shortly before TennoCon, kind of like our pre-TennoCon predictions and thoughts and, you know, what we're hoping to see and do while we're there. So be on the lookout for that episode. And then, of course, while we're at TennoCon, we'll be posting updates and we'll have lots of content to share when we get back. So be on the lookout. We have lots of really fun episodes to come. All right. Well,
And
thanks
if
for...
you see us at TennoCon,
Yes.
tell us
Yeah.
tell us you
Yeah.
watch our podcast.
Say, hey, kiddo.
Hey, kiddo. Yeah. I will look like, where are they?
They're in the walls.
No. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jake and Zeb, for joining me. If you just want to tell everyone where they can find you on the socials, and then we will wrap up.
You can find me and Blue Sky at the eBear. I hate that I have to spell it out. And didn't think about that when I made it. And then on gamerheadspodcast.com.
Awesome.
You can find me at Clobinson at Blue Sky, CLOBBINSO. I just spell it out because it's weird. So. And yeah, I also do stuff over at Gamerheads, so you can see stuff over there.
Absolutely. And of course, my name is Trina, and you can find me on Blue Sky or pretty much anywhere at Trina with 2 A's, ballerina. And yeah, so thank you again for joining us, and we hope to see you. Don't forget to support us as you can, so like, subscribe, and we also do have a Patreon for the Gamerheads podcast. You can just search Gamerheads podcast on Patreon to support us. All right, well, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.